Okay, situation number 4. We're over here having a little conversation about his mother and all. He gets really upset. He pulls a knife. Now here's the thing. There are levels of force that you must abide by. If he's just throwing punches or just grabbing me, I'm not allowed to pull a knife out and stab him. I'm using deadly force against hurt you force. Okay? The instant he pulls a knife, he is threatening to use deadly force on me. I can respond with deadly force of my own. Now that's where the ridge hand comes in. All these slingshots have a very hard edge right here. If I take that hard edge and I hit him in the temple with that edge, I could possibly kill him or disable him forever. If I hit him in the brachial plexus, that's the side of the neck here that causes a brachial stun, I can make him disoriented or black out, or even possibly if I hit it a little bit more in here, closer to the throat area, and in here, I hit the carotid artery and possibly collapse that carotid artery. And if that happens, I could possibly kill him. He has a deadly force that he's threatening me with. I need to be able to respond with deadly force and know that in my mind automatically that might happen, and I must be willing to do it or lose my life. Either way, it's either live or die. It's your choice. I can let him kill me, the thug, gets away with it and has another nice day and goes and victimizes somebody else, or all his terror ends now. I prefer to have his terror end now. Okay, so it gets a knife. Things to know about a knife. If he stabs me, that doesn't mean I'm going to die. If he stabs me in a major artery, I will bleed out, but not right then. If he stabs me underneath here and into the heart, I'm pretty well done for. Dead. He stabs me in the neck, I got a little while left before I die. And especially if it's on the side right here. If he hits one of the jugular veins, I've got another one. And that's fine. I will continue to live. The main thing is you will have blood. You will bleed. There will be blood everywhere. You must be willing to fight even though you see blood. Because it's your blood, doesn't mean anything. You have to get mad. You have to go after it and keep after it. Another thing to know about a knife is, if he has a knife, almost his entire body, his entire mindset is on the knife hand. Most people, that's 99% of people, will forget they even have another hand. They will only think about the hand that has the knife. But he has the knife here, and he's holding it here, and he's threatening me with it. If I can disable this arm and take this knife away, he will almost immediately forget that he has another hand to fight with. He will try to do everything possible to use this knife hand, even though he has all these other weapons at his disposal. All his attention is here, not there. That's just the way it is. That's human psychology. Everybody does it. Okay. So, in other words, because I know this and he doesn't, I need to try to disable, disarm, get this knife away from him, dislocate, destroy, break this arm. That's how I want to defend myself. Okay. In this situation, he's going to be asking for my wallet in harsher terms. I'm over here, I'm walking along, I have my slingshot, I'm just having a good time, and he's not in my personal space yet. I've never allowed people to get in my personal space, do I? But all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, he extends it, and there he's got a knife on me. Oh, crap. He invaded my personal space. His arm is extended, means he's actually in a weak position. It's hard for him to thrust and actually kill me with this thing. But he's inside my personal space and actually within my influence. From right here, my slingshot just in my hand like this. I was just walking along with it in my hand. He says, "Hey, give me your wallet." Do that. Give me your wallet. Your wallet is not worth your life. Give the man your wallet. Your credit cards, your money, all that stuff can be replaced. Get home, call it in, tell the credit card companies, "Hey, I got robbed." They'll cancel them. You get to live and fight another day. So you take out your wallet, you hand it to him, and hopefully that's the end of the transaction. You're out of there. If it's not, and you see his eyes are shifty, he's looking around a little bit, he's looking to see if there's any witnesses so he can take you out without having any problem here, you must fight. You must fight with everything you have. You must destroy this arm and then destroy that body. Okay? So it comes up here. I reach into my wallet, into my back pocket. I pull out my wallet. I make him extend this hand to me. I make him extend this arm out. I don't hand it over to him, extend out this way. I bring it about this far here. As it's here like that, I drop the wallet. His attention will immediately focus on that, on the movement. The focus will go to that wallet that goes here. This is a distraction. Distraction are very, very important parts of martial arts. The distraction is here. As soon as the distraction occurs, he looks, I immediately drop my hand, which was already close, to his wrist and to where his hand connects. I just hit it here and slide it on like this. Just enough to where I'm making contact with it, where it feels sticky. Grabs, holds, hits, immediately. As soon as this hits, I move, I step in, I hit as hard as I can with that wrench hand technique straight up underneath the forearm area here. All I'm trying to do is just goose these muscles here so they clench. The natural reaction to being struck is muscles will tighten up. When these clench, that makes his grip actually harder. So he's actually holding on the knife harder. You say, well, that's not what I want. I want him to drop the knife. Not all the time. Strike, strike. Now when I did that, notice what happens. His arm came up, didn't it? Okay, let's move this way just a little bit. So it hits here. His arm came up. Enough for me to slide my body under and through. So in other words, it's like this. Again, wallet goes here. I drop it. He sits there. My hand immediately goes to the wrist and hand connection. Touches here. 1, 2, under. Now notice what I have here. My hand is attached here to his hand and his wrist. You see this, right? As I step through, I bring it and I continue. My body circle comes through this way here, and I just go all the way through it to here, which will dislocate his wrist, his elbow, or his shoulder, depending on how you're holding him and how high the arm is. This is a part of a Kosen Jiu-Jitsu movement. Here to here is called a center lock. Center lock is a very common restraint technique used by prison guards, used by police officers, used by anybody trying to control an unruly suspect or an unruly person. This is a center lock. The center lock is actually based on an old Kosen Jiu-Jitsu technique that requires the dislocation of this arm. So it hits here. All I do is just continue my circle through, and I dislocate it. All one movement. Again, it goes like this. He's here, wallet comes out, I drop it, his attention is diverted a little bit. 1, 2, comes through, my hand locks in deep here on this hand, right here, and all I do is just continue my circle all the way through. Instead of stopping here and trying to control him, I just take the extra half circle, half step towards and through, and it dislocates his wrist, his elbow, or his shoulder, depending on how the technique is, evolves.